So check this out. All right, I got the headliners here. I'm gonna lay them out in the garage. They smell very strongly of the glue that is used to hold all the material in place. And I'm sensitive to smells maybe, but it stinks. I don't want them in the truck until they air out. So they're here. Went with the black, as you can tell. I'm glad he convinced me to go with the black. It looks really nice. It's hard to see in the video, but it looks pretty nice. And I think it'll look good in the truck as well. I'm contemplating whether to leave the that light cream color on the pillar trims that are in the back across the tailgates, the barn doors in the back, the front pillar, middle pillar, in the middle of the windshield, B pillars. Those are all still the old color, and they were in good shape. I don't want to have them rewrapped. And they're the OEM vinyl on there. So they're in good condition. I'm just going to clean them up and may leave them, but they don't really match anything else in the truck. I guess they match each other. What do y'all think? Leave it in the comments below. Should I rewrap or re-dye those pillar pieces to be jet black as well? Or leave them, or go with a different color? Maybe like a saddle brown to match the brown color in the Alpha interior? I don't know. You know what's interesting? The upholstery shop, the headliner guy that I'm using, he was telling me size and material and everything, how much he had to use. And then he had that light bulb moment that went off in his head, and he's like, wait a second. So you've got 3 panels, and each of them uses as much headliner material and is as large as a mid-size SUV. So there you go. I've got 3 mid-size SUVs worth of headliner in this Hummer H1. And I can see that. I mean, that's the width of the H1. But if that was the width and that was the length, that's about the size of the inside of like a 4Runner or a Pathfinder or a Equinox or something like that. And each one of them is about that size. These are gigantic. It just shows you how wide this H1 is. I forgot he told me to lay them out flat for a few hours. So here we go. They're laid out flat. I gotta get that leaf off of there. You can kind of see the texture. They look almost charcoal gray in this light in the garage, but they're very, very black. They're jet black. I also looked at the charcoal. Didn't quite like how light it looked. I think this will look pretty good in the truck. It's got almost that suede-like texture, but it's not suede. I hate suede because you run your fingers across it, it leaves marks everywhere. So I didn't want to go that route. It looks nice, it's expensive, it's cool, but I think this will look a lot better. Hi, Aiden.
Hello.
So now what we're doing, we're removing all of this old duct tape on the wires that's holding some of the looms together, and you can see some of the tape residue on the roof around here. We're gonna clean everything as good as we can, then retape the looms, get them all cleaned up, and then retape them to where they were before, along the edges. We got old duct tape here, we're gonna take those off and just get everything cleaned up. And then we're gonna get the rail put back on here. I sprayed it black with some black enamel. So we're gonna get the rail put back up here, then put the headliner, this front section in. All right, I got the loom taped off in little intervals and then also taped up to the sheet metal, and put probably 2 or 3 times as many hold down spots as before. Make sure you're using very heavy duty duct tape, and make sure all of the surfaces you're taping on are very clean. Windex and then isopropyl alcohol after that. So that will help everything stay in place so that it's not wobbling around while we're putting the headliner. And more importantly, it'll keep this stuff from rattling against the sheet metal when you're driving around after everything is put back together. So that's all put together. Now we're gonna work on that side that's still hanging down. Before I get these headliners put on, I'm gonna put some of this sound deadening material on the roof, on the inside of the vehicle. This is 394 mil closed cell foam sound deadening. This is different than Dynamat or Killmat and stuff that you're used to seeing that goes on doors and places where you see vibration and such. This is sound deadening. So on the doors, I've got 80 mil kill mat that's going on the roof. I think, based on research, that this stuff should work better on the roof. And on the floors, still gonna do some more research and figure out what's gonna work better. But 394 mil closed cell foam. I'll put the link down in the description if you want to order your own. That's what's going on the roof. First piece is on. Measure it, cut it, put it on. Start at one end, go to the other end. Had to make a little slit here for the speaker wire to come out. Otherwise, fit perfect. And I stopped at the cross brace on that side, cross brace on the back side, and then the cross brace on this side. So covered all the flat sheet metal on the roof. Now I'm gonna do the far driver's side all the way over there and then do the middle last. All right, I've got the entire front area covered. Covered up all the holes I could within reason and went behind the bracing as much as I could without getting too crazy about it. So that's our 394 mil sound deadening material, closed foam, with the foil on it as well for extra heat shielding. And now what I'm going to do is put on that cross brace that went here. That sits at the back of the front headliner. I painted it black earlier this morning, so I'm going to install that. Then wiggle the headliner in here and start assembling it. So check this out. All right, I got the headliner up for the most part. I got the speakers in. I don't have the visors in yet. I'm gonna clean those. They're really dirty from just handprints and stuff over the years. It looks really nice, fits really well. Temporarily, I've got this trim piece, that one, and that one in to help hold the front up, because that's part of the supports for the front of the headliner. The middle support, of course, is the dome light there. It screws into a sheet metal bracket that's welded onto the roof. The back support is this piece here, this bracket. Used to be that light ivory color, and I painted that black along with the headliner and everything switching over to black. Speakers look a lot better. They blend in, they don't stand out. Black speakers on the light color headliner. I'm really liking this black color. I'm glad my upholstery guy convinced me to go this route. One of the Facebook Hummer group folks pointed me to black door handles made by Atwood. I'm sorry, not door handles, the pull handles. Available on Amazon. They're $10 a piece. That's amazing. I just ordered those. When they come in, I'll switch those out. I do need to leave those on because, again, they're part of the support for the headliner to keep it in place, so I don't want to leave them out right now. And then for these pillar trim pieces, I think I'm gonna get those redone in black as well. The only pieces left in the car that are this light ivory color are gonna be these 3 pillar trims, the pillar trims that go there, there, and then that trim piece for the barn doors in the back. And I'm fairly certain I'm just gonna redo all of those in black. It's gonna match a lot better, blend a lot better, and they won't stand out as much. But this is where we are so far. I still got to do the headliners for the rear 2 sections, but first I have to put the closed cell 394 mil sound deadening material up there, and then we'll get to the headliner piece. You can see the sound deadening material kind of poking out there. I went a little bit past the front section, so then I got to do this back section. So if you remember, on the front, first thing I did was clean with alcohol all of the roof, tape all of the wire looms up so they're up and out of the way like they should be and they don't rattle against anything. Then put the sound deadener on, and then finally put the headliner on. Well, we'll do that in the next video. I'm gonna wrap this one up here. Hope you guys find this helpful and enjoy the little adventure. Love y'all. I'll see you next time.